What's going on, guys? 2,000 miles on this thing now. It's been a lot of fun, but I do have some complaints. I think I've mentioned it a couple times how low those pegs are. You probably can't tell on it, but I have dragged the pegs on this thing. When the bike leans over far enough, I hit the side there. Usually, I don't know if you can see it with this hill here, usually it's on these inclines. Doesn't matter when it happens though, it's always a little bit frightening. Most of the time I'll have my foot here and then the side of my foot will scrape here, and then I usually know to lean it back up, but sometimes that just doesn't happen. Sometimes it happens a little too fast and I hit the bottom of the peg. So I have been thinking about getting a different bike. I'm not 100% sure which one I want to get yet, but I'm gonna go ride a few over this new Kawasaki demo, and hopefully I can ride one that I actually like. I mean, I love this bike, it's great, but there's just a little bit of lacking in power for me as well. There's some mods that I can do to increase this up to, I think, around the 35 power range, 35 horsepower. But at the same time, I could just spend that money on a new bike. So I'm kind of torn between it, and I'm also torn about keeping it because I would like to still do some off-roading and stuff, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I guess when I hit this Kawasaki demo and I try some other bikes, I'll find out more. But yeah, 2,000 miles. It's been a lot of fun. Also got some new gloves and a new jacket, so I'm not squidding as much now. I also got one of the extra large RAM mounts. Works pretty good for holding my phone. I have two phones for my I have one for my personal and then one for my company, and it holds both phones really well. Even though the company phone is slightly smaller than this, it still holds it pretty good. Haven't had any other actual issues with the bike, just minor inconveniences. As you can see, I've used pretty much all of the available tread that's on these. I don't think that I could possibly lean it over anymore. The other thing that is an issue, I guess it's more of an inconvenience, is the 2-gallon gas tank. I mentioned it in the other review that I did, but I'll come out here and ride for maybe an hour or two, and then I have to go and fill up again. Doesn't last very long. Seems like when I'm out here doing high RPMs, I might get somewhere around 100 miles on a full tank. It's hard to tell though. Once that gas light comes on, it's pretty much straight to the gas station for me. I don't want to risk running out of gas, especially out here in the middle of nowhere. But anyway, still runs good after 2,000 miles. Still feels good. A lot of people complain about the tires, but I'm out here hitting these turns pretty fast and not having any issues with the tires, even though I am overweight for the bike suspension setup. Still works pretty good. Now, these chicken strips, I don't know that I would ever be able to get rid of those. That little tiny strip that's right through here, you can see it still has the factory seal on it. Even though that's there, I mean, you can look by the back, there is no chicken strips here. Just this one tiny little line right on the lip where it's still got these little things sticking off. So anyway, let's get on here and do some riding. I'm testing out new camera settings. Not sure if they're good or not. Guess I'll find out when I actually go to edit the review. Got this mount here right in front, so can't really see the speedometer. I could turn it and move it, but I don't really care too much about that. It is very windy out here today. You can see the leaves that are bent back. Well, anyway, let's do some riding. Oh, that was a neutral. This is a new mic, by the way. I spent the money on a Rode mic. So I think it was around $80. Sounds a lot better than the other mics, I think. That last mic that I had that I ordered after I broke the first one, it was doing some popping. I guess just because it had a low quality receptor or something. So I didn't like it, so I went ahead and spent a little extra money on this one. But this one so far, I did some test videos and it sounds pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with the quality of this mic. I really like these twisties and stuff that are out here. They're a lot of fun. I don't like those cars not on their side of the road though. That's kind of sketchy. Especially if you're going around a turn like this and they're on your side. Not very fun at all. A lot of people treat this area like a track. Oh, missed a gear. Second gear is kind of finicky sometimes. Oh, the wind pushed me around a little bit there. Bike's pretty lightweight with me on it. It's a little bit heavier, but still lightweight. It's pushing me like I'm a sail. Yeah, this bike has been a lot of fun for the 2,000 miles that I've rode it. I haven't even had it that long, if that tells you anything. Tells you how much fun I've been having on the bike. But for doing this stuff out here, it's pretty alright, but this isn't necessarily the riding that's good for this bike. So I am leaning towards one of the Hyper Nakeds right now. Z900 is really nice. Now that's what I've got my eye on. It's got a nice price point as well. So definitely going to try to ride one of those during the event. I'm going to try to get there nice and early. I hope no one's registered for it so I can ride it first thing in the morning. I've never been to one of the demos before. It's going to be a new experience. I'm going to try to record, but I can, but I'm not a professional at this recording stuff yet, so I have a lot of footage that I can't use. Hopefully that won't be the case tomorrow. I do plan on going Saturday as well, but we'll see. Those leaves are scaring me. I don't want them to go under my tire when I'm leaning over. Looks like everybody left. Guess everybody's out riding now or something. Seen a lot of guys on the trail here. It'd be a really nice day if it wasn't so windy. Took that a little bit slower than I normally did because there's debris on there. I don't know if y'all can tell in the video. Might not be able to. I don't remember what frames per second I've got the camera on right now. If it's down at 30, I don't think you'll be able to see it. It's too blurry. Anything with that motion. There where I had the downshift, that is limited power. Makes the uphill runs a lot slower than the downhill runs. But even though I'm going so much slower, it's still pretty fun. I'm going to start heading back home because this wind is making riding out here very difficult. I know you guys can't see the wind, but it is pushing me all over the place. So anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. After 2,000 miles, I would still recommend this bike to anyone that's interested in getting one. Just for me, I think that I'm going to be looking for other things just because I want something a little bit different than I originally thought that I was looking for. As fun as coming out here with this dirt bike is, I still want a little bit more power. And something a little bit more stable in these turns, because this bike can get really unstable. That has a lot to do with the suspension. I could spend the money and get the suspension. I could spend the money and get the horsepower boosted. I could spend a lot more money to do a lot of things, but I think that I'm just going to spend that money and get a new bike. Anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. Catch you later.